My name is Mike Diaz. Me and my family have been part of the Tapestry for a few years now. My wife Karina, my two sons Jacob and Alex, and my niece actually lives with us as well. All spectrums of the ages from 1 year to 6 to 16. I work as a construction manager, overseeing the construction department for Developer Spire Development. I'm responsible for overseeing a team of project managers. They're responsible for multiple projects, depending on what they're working on. They might work on one project if it's a large project, say if they're working on a small high-rise, or if it's a couple tilt-up buildings, concrete commercial warehouses, or office buildings, or it could be something as small as some renovations to an office space or industrial building. So yeah, I mean, we do a lot. We're in just about every facet of construction, at least the major ones: light industrial, commercial, residential. And now it comes to mind, one of the most enjoyable things out of my job, if not the most enjoyable, is giving opportunity. Giving the contract to the next company that needs work, and giving an opportunity for a job for someone that was looking. I'm very blessed to be in the position to provide that, and I'm happy that I've been given an opportunity to work, and yeah, I think full circle. It's great for everybody. I guess when a building partner or coworker isn't applying themselves 100%, or is actually contrary and they're actually creating conflict, negative energy. In those instances, I realize you have to approach things humbly. You can't go to their level. And it's interesting, for 90% of the time, they'll come down to your level eventually. It may not be right away, but eventually they'll even come back to you and apologize if they've lost their head a bit during discussion. I think what I learned most about COVID is discipline. It takes discipline to beat a pandemic. And coming out of it, I realized that it takes discipline to rebuild what we've lost, because we've lost a lot. I think a lot of us, I can speak for myself, my relationships outside of my direct family have broken down significantly. We may not see our distant relatives very often anymore, and may not even come to thought anymore, whereas it would 2 years ago. Yeah, so I guess, so discipline extends moving forward, because we can discipline ourselves to try to rebuild those relationships, and relationships take discipline. I don't know anybody who has a really healthy relationship that hasn't practiced some sort of discipline to keep that. And it extends too with our spiritual life as well. There's discipline involved with that. I have the handy app that they usually have Psalms and Proverbs that pop up, and it's amazing how they seem to pop up at right times and kind of clear your mind and bring you back to kind of a peaceful mindset. It's pretty easy to lead a team when you just follow the fundamentals that's taught by Jesus. Love your neighbor as yourself. Be kind to the others the same way you would expect to be treated, and it goes a long way. Everybody makes mistakes, and I certainly make quite a few, and I think when you just focus on the bare raw teachings of Jesus and try to reciprocate those in your life, those people that you've treated well, they'll go home and reciprocate, because, you know, again, you spend 8-10 hours of your day at work. It's hard to leave that at the door. I think everybody has to remember that just because you're not involved in the church 60% of your life, you kind of are indirectly. It's important to bring that to work. You don't necessarily have to preach, but I think people pick up on it. They pick up on the peacefulness, and it also, for some reason, it's good for work ethic. We should focus on weaving our faith with our work and not segregating it, because I think people tend to compartmentalize. Really, if you bring them together, it works quite well. Yeah, thanks for inviting me, and it was a pleasure.